my name is Amanda Denigi and I am the editor of Stella magazine. Stella is a women's magazine for the Pacific Islands, which we publish with my business called Pacific Pencil. So I launched Stella magazine in August 2012 here in Papua New Guinea, and since then we've expanded out into Fiji, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu and Queensland, Australia as well. So Stella was born out of, I think, a gap in the market. I was working in publishing already and I complained to all of my friends about not having anything to read in Papua New Guinea about ourselves. So I decided that I was going to have to make it myself because no one else was doing it. Yeah, the idea, I guess, is just showcasing fashion, health, travel and the arts in the Pacific Islands. So starting up, I used some savings to get started, and as well as I had some support from my family as well because they thought that I had a really good idea. But yeah, so starting up, I had to quit my job. I couldn't do Stella as well as have a full-time job. Stella is a full-time job. So I quit and I registered my own business and just worked out of the house. So I work from home. I still work from home because of costs of rent in Port Moresby. And I also got advertisers, a couple of advertisers to help with the first issue as well. So their advertising helped to pay for the printing of the magazine. And yeah, I guess we had to pull stories in, look for regular contributors and things. There were already lots of people writing. There's lots of blogs around the Pacific Islands, but so getting it organized was advertising and retailers. So once I actually had the copy, the first proof copy of the magazine, I had to find someone that was going to sell it for us as well. The highlights are definitely that, running my own business is definitely that I have some creative control. So this gives me an opportunity to create my own style. So it was very hard to describe what the magazine was going to look like by email or by phone. I needed people to see it to fully understand what we were trying to achieve. It's very visually, the impact of it visually is different to anything else that's been done here. And yeah, so getting advertisers, getting meetings with the shops to see if they were interested in selling the magazine, and then talking about prices and things like that, what was sort of achievable, what was something that they were willing to, we had to sort of give and take a little bit about how much they would make, the shops would make versus how much the magazine costs and all that kind of thing. Yeah, but there were a lot of challenges in terms of, costs of services here. Along the way, I was getting so much encouragement, so that kept me positive, and I felt like it was something exciting to be a part of. When things get tough, it can be really hard. It can be really easy to sort of feel like the whole world is against you. I think I'm definitely a positive person, so it can be tough and it can try to get you down and things like that. So I guess the main lesson is to try and stay positive, stay true to myself, and also Stella's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people don't think that it's uninterested in the stories that we share and things like that, and I can't make everybody happy. So that's another thing I've learned, that just to do what I'm doing and don't let the negative things bring me down. Yeah, government, they've got so much other stuff going on. We're just like a tiny little blip on all of the responsibilities and things that they need to be improving about Papua New Guinea. But definitely one of our main challenges, and I talk about it with other young business owners as well, is banking, the banking system here. We're still, this is 2014. There's internet banking, there's telegraphic transfers, but people in Papua New Guinea are still using cheques, and it takes 7 days to clear if it's from a different bank. So I would love if the government would do something like, if you're an SME or small business, to have that, for them to be able to support us and put that trust in us and just say, look, this is a small business, clear the cheque after 24 hours, because really it's ridiculous how much it slows us down. But yeah, in terms of the business, I hope to have the magazine selling in more countries, and maybe even expanding the brand out a little bit into other products, because like other products that are relevant to the magazine or relevant to women. The runway show in August was a highlight. That was organised to celebrate our second birthday, and it sort of kept growing and growing into something that I kind of, I kept it under control, of course, but it was much bigger than we anticipated. We had 10 fashion designers. 5 of them were from Papua New Guinea, and the other 5 were from other Pacific islands. And then, yeah, it was really great. We got some great support from sponsors in Port Moresby as well. Graffiti artists came and graffitied our runway, which was really great. As we sell the runway pieces off, the money made from that will go towards the Business and Professional Women's Association, and they're starting up a new fund for fashion scholarships. So I know that they do a really great job, so I've decided to pair up with them and encourage more people to get into fashion design. We're all wearing clothes made overseas. We should be wearing local culture. We had some excellent feedback. People, I think, were really blown away and kind of surprised by the quality of what we did. So I just told them, this is Stella Magazine. You're going to get used to the good quality. The main sort of idea was to give writers a place to be published, other than not just journalism. We wanted it to be positive media. We wanted to share stories about people's achievements and successes. The idea was to do it as a women's magazine because I'm a woman, and I just felt like there was nothing like that in Papua New Guinea. And all around the world there's thousands of magazines, and I think we needed one. I thought we needed one here. At the moment, Stella's just growing steadily and reaching more and more people, and that's, yeah, doing it slowly and steadily, I think, is the key. Surviving, I think, is a big thing. So, you know, just work on maintaining the quality that you want to achieve. We're open to stories too, if you want to put your story in our magazine as well. We're always looking for inspiring stories to share. So even if you are just starting out, we should talk. If you want to find out more, we've got a website, stellamag.com, and we also have a Facebook page, Stella Mag PNG. You can look us up on Facebook. And Facebook has been really a great way for us to market the magazine. Everyone's on Facebook, or most of our audience, the readers for Stella, are on Facebook.
My company is pngbuyandrent.com, and I am the owner or co-owner with my husband, Wilfred. I think the main reason we went into business was I wanted something to do while being a stay-at-home mom. I actually worked a long time with the bank, with ANZ, for 13 years, and my final role within the business was part of business banking. So I saw a lot of young Papua New Guineans who had their own businesses, and I thought, you know, if they can do it, why can't we? Okay, so the concept behind pngbuyandrent.com was basically a way to look for property to buy or to rent, to make it easier for people to look for properties online. We were looking for property in Australia, and we found that it was so much easier because they had websites that you could put in your requirements, and it would give you a list of different properties that were available. And we thought, not having, PNG didn't have any such option. You had to actually go to every single real estate company and get a listing. So that was the idea behind having or creating the business itself. There was a lot of challenges in terms of cost. So we had to save up for the website itself. Because we were a new business, we didn't have rapport with any of the existing businesses in PNG, and because online advertising is a new concept to everyone, we were finding that people didn't see any benefit to this new type of advertising. So that was the other challenge that we had. Our customers, there's two parts. So it's the users of the website, and we get a lot of feedback through email, through Facebook, which is one of our main advertising mediums. Our customers that we have advertising with us right now are Century 21, Cellular Real Estate, Budget Real Estate. We have Professionals Real Estate. We also have Boy Real Estate. sovereign real estate. So the main challenges I have now is the internet reliability. Because it is a website, sometimes the internet can be really slow. We use Daytech as our ISP. Sometimes the internet service isn't as reliable as we would like it to be. Having said that, we also use Digicel. Digicel is quite expensive. So these are the challenges that we are facing, the cost of using the internet in our business. Something for the government to think about. There's all these small businesses coming up. What better ways are there that they can assist small businesses, entrepreneurs, to go to IPA, to go to ICCC, to have access to legal aid, to lawyers who can help you with the running of your business, or if you face any issues, such as in my case, copyright issues, at a nominal fee or for free. Legal aid, to lawyers who can help you with the running of your business, or if you face any issues, such as in my case, copyright issues, at a nominal fee or for free. And this is part of growing PNG businesses, helping the PNG people to run a business and provide products and services locally. Okay, the thing that excites me about running my own business is I have the freedom to not only do my work, but also to look after my family as well. I have that freedom to attend to whatever their needs are, as well as run my own business from home. I guess the most important thing as part of PNG culture is the support you get from your family. So, but the support you get from your friends and family is very important. I guess the last piece of advice is talk to everyone. Get as much information or support from everyone within your circle. So your friends, your family. In 5 years' time, I hope to see my business having a steady inflow of being a bigger and better website with more people advertising online. I really believe that online advertising is the way to go. So my advice to up-and-coming entrepreneurs is, first of all, it's not easy. You have to know what your product is. You have to research into what it is that you're doing or wanting to do. Know who your customers are. Most importantly, it's not easy because this is your business. You're the one running the show. You have to put in the hours, you have to put in the time, and you have to keep motivated if this is what you really want to do. Like I said earlier, it's not easy, so you have to be prepared to start from the bottom and work hard to gain everyone's trust and run your business the way you want to.
Hello. No, that's too formal. Hello, my name's Felix Kipalan, and I'm the founder for Eco Services. It's a social enterprise. We started back in 2003, and we've been going for roughly 4 years now. So this is our 4th year of operations. So Eco Services started when I left the mining industry where I was working. I worked in the mining industry for about 8.5 years. Then I left the industry. And then the industry came calling. They asked me to consult for them. So I did some consulting with Hidden Valley Gold Mine and a number of other projects. But then I just thought there's no point in really making money for oneself. So after that, I thought, it's better off doing something a bit worthwhile, purposeful. So 3 months into Eco Services, I just decided to give it a go and train graduates. So rather than just being something about making money, we totally done away with the idea of being a profit and turned into non-profit and started recruiting graduates. So straight away we recruited graduates, and then we started our first graduate development program, which is really a year of mentoring, coaching, and developing young graduates. Being from the extractive industry, what I realized is there was a lack of skills, knowledge, experience that was coming through out from universities, but more so attitude. I saw a need for the country. I saw a need where we as a business or a social enterprise could step into. I saw, giving my strength in the extractive industry, I could play a role in that need, and also the passion that I saw for helping young people, I could step into that space. We present a value proposition to business. So our value proposition is simple. It'll take an average company 3 years to develop or invest in a student. So it takes you 3 years to invest in a student, to bring them up to a point where they can add value to your business. So the value proposition is this: rather than you invest 3 years in developing the human resource capital, we take 1 year upfront. We take care of the upfront costs for free. So you don't have to do the upfront investment. It cuts off 2 years, in fact cuts off a whole 3 years. And the feedback we've got from industry is when our graduates go in, they don't need the training because we've done the upfront for them. Yeah. So obviously with any business you need some upfront capital, seed capital. We had, and I just want to be very clear, we had no funding from government. We had no funding from donor agencies. We had zero external funding at all. The seed capital came largely from myself, working for free. So I took my 8.5 years of work experience and consulted. And whatever the rate I charged, and I would charge fairly average rate for a consultant, but good enough to get the required amount of money. So we raised in our first year roughly 136,000 kina. And then in our second year we raised about 200,000 kina. And that was purely on consultancy. So that's how we started. The first 2 years was me really my sweat equity, working for free in the first 2 years to have the seed capital. For anyone to go into the social enterprise, you're not there for the financial benefit, but it supplements the social. So it's really a sort of a different way to look at it. A job is something that you can pick up and drop. A vocation is a lifelong journey. It's what you decide to do for the rest of your life. So a vocation for me is in the space of environment, social, and sustainable development. So it's a vocation. So the idea is to get our young people to think along the lines of what is the lifelong vocation. It's not just about getting a job, but what's your vocation? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? The key driver is passion and loving what you do. I think that's the fuel. So if you don't have passion, you don't love what you do, you're going to run out of steam. Hebrews 11:1. Hebrews 11:1 talks about faith without action. So an entrepreneur must have a large amount of faith. If you haven't got faith, you're already going to sink. Yeah, if you really believe in what we're doing, because every graduate that has come out of our program, 100%, every single graduate has had a job in the oil and gas, the mining sector, and agriculture, Department of Environment and Conservation, Mineral Resource Authority, all the key agencies that are part of the economic growth. And we have trained graduates, and they've all gone into these jobs, no assistance at all from anybody, purely sweat equity for 4 years. And to be honest, I'm not one to free handout mentality, but whoever's out there in this space, I think if they can recognize sweat equity and recognize the value proposition of what we're about and think that it is a worthwhile cause, I truly think where we suffer right now is with some investment from partnerships, and that means you don't have to give aid, but if you got a project, whether it's an environmental project or a social project, we've got people that can do the job, and that money stays within the social enterprise and it helps the next generation. One little story mbami lusim. Time Moses like that. The last Ligli Cup before goal of Promised Land, Big Man asked Moses to go stand up on the mountain. And can I not talk to them? You look outside on this ground here. And talk as far as your eyes can see. So meaning this land, when I something you look him, eye blue you can look him. And this land Promised Land blue, and ground blue here, you kiss him. So blow mipla 1-1. Time mipla open my blow mipla. Planting lo mipla sa luluk problem lo mipla stable or 1-1 area or limitations. But this la have to talk and talk sen. Open my blue na luluk one kind potential stuff. And if you can look him or you can look him at planting potential or country lo mipla, I think you can go a long way.